What's up, everybody? It's the Bowtie Boss. I'm here with none other than one of the oldest items in any boxing gym and easily one of the sexiest sounds on earth for the first time when you walk into a brand new boxing gym. It's the sound of none other than the speed bag. A lot of people, they've asked me to actually pop up a little how-to on a speed bag. I see them all over YouTube on how to hit the speed bag. And really, I think most people's fear and most people's problem with this bag in particular is when they call it a speed bag. When you look at a lot of guys who can sit there and hit this thing really well, it has nothing to do with speed. It's generally a rhythm bag. I can't remember exactly where I heard this term. It's something that I've been hearing for maybe 20 years, that this is actually a rhythm bag and not necessarily a speed bag. Another thing is getting a decent enough speed bag swivel. I'm going to show this one real quick. This is just, can't remember where I got this exactly, but Title, Everlast, Ringside, they all generally make this same swivel. It's fast, it's relatively quiet. You just pop a little WD-40 on it when it starts to dry out a little bit, but a good swivel makes for a nice smooth bag. That sounded, yeah, whatever. A razor also makes for a nice smooth bag as well. But all of that aside, just real quick, what I usually hit the bag with is the flat of my hand. So I'm going to hit the bag straight on the front. So where the rhythm comes in, I'm actually listening for the bag hitting the platform. So when I first start, I'm just going to hit it once, and then let the bag hit the platform, right? Hit the bag hits the platform, and you'll be able to catch it. So normally I want the bag to go once back, once this way, and then once it goes back off of this side again, then I'm going to hit it again. This is, for a beginner, to start to get your rhythm down on here. And as you listen for the bag hitting it nice and soft here, just listen for it, right? Listen for it hitting. And when you see a lot of those guys, again, like a Floyd, who will sit there and punch this bag without looking at it, it's 100% based on the rhythm, the timing, and the sound. They hear this thing going back and forth, and they just get so used to hitting this bag. I mean, this guy spends thousands of hours doing this. I'm going to pop up some slow motion on here, also from some different angles, so you can also see, from your perspective, how this should really look as you're hitting this bag. You can definitely hit it with any side of your hand that you want. There's a lot of guys that'll sit there and play with the bags and hit them back, forth, what have you. Something this bag really does for you is it keeps your fucking hands up. So many guys put their hands down, and as they're hitting this bag, they're letting their hand drag all the way down and really end up losing that timing. This helps your shoulders a ton. It helps you keep your shoulders nice and tight up here, whereas you kind of have to keep this hand in place. You're gonna have to keep it at home, or you're gonna come up short, and you're gonna end up missing this bag right in the front. If you're doing these long, drawn-out motions, you end up just skipping across the bag. Whereas if you have your hands nice, high, and tight, you'll be able to get a really good rhythm on it, right? Next thing that I see, a lot of people, as they get this bag and they spin it around, right? So it's after you get used to it, it's kind of difficult to even do it. But a lot of guys will get the bag to spin around, and then it's going right here, and they try to work it back into motion. They try to find that space. Just go ahead and stop the bag. There's nobody telling you that as you're learning how to do this, and you lose the rhythm, just stop it. Stop the bag, get it back in place, start over again, finding that rhythm, right? Always worry about the rhythm, not where the bag is, not where your hand's hitting the bag, but just worry about catching this rhythm, catching the timing, listening to this bag hit the platform, and then the bag hitting your hand, and that's it. So I'll pop some slow motion vids on, but again, this is the Bowtie Boss on hitting the speed, or better known as rhythm bag.